What's good, YouTube? Anti-Yami here, back with another video. And in today's video, I got a Malice Game 1 replay for you guys. The reason why I want to show this off is because of this card right here. I noticed that a lot of people in my last couple of videos keep telling me, hey, how do you play through Droll? How do you play through Shifter? Droll is a little bit easier to play through. You can still set up like the Fiend Spell combo, and you can still set like the continuous spell, or sorry, the quick play spell, and be fine. But Shifter, it's kind of hard, right? Your Shifter, you have to rely on your non-engine to pretty much survive. And if you somehow get to the quick play spell, that's good. You can normal summon Sylvie and go into that. If you guys are not playing the Fiendsmith engine, the best thing I could tell you, if you have space like Babushka or something like that, you can go normal summon Sylvie, add Tails, activate Tails, search Arcia, special summon her, and go into Babushka. I don't know how good that is versus Malice, but outside of that, so anyway. Again, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys leave a comment down below, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it helps out a ton. So I do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and hop into game number 1 here. So again, this is going to be one game. I'm not going to show off game 2 because game 2 I Lanceyed, so that's just what it is. So they start off with draw face Shifter, so I'm like, okay, whatever. My opening hand was Rosette, Ash, Arcia, Civil Spells or Deception, and Lurie. So I'm like, oh, that's great. I can't really do anything here. So I think here, and I was like, you know what? I'll pass. Put it on. They better kill me. I didn't set any of these guys because it doesn't matter. They're going to still kill me regardless. So I rather keep this just in case they don't kill me. So they go draw phase Furua. Sorry, I couldn't even say that correctly for a second. And it just drops it for whatever reason. I don't know why. So he hand looped himself for 1. Perfect. I was happy to see it. And then he starts with the setting the MTP 07, normal summoning Dormouse. And I was like, crap, that's not the card I wanted to see. Like, how do I survive with my Ash Blossom through Shifter? And, you know, whatever, right? So I'm just like, all right, whatever, run it. So he normal summons, he goes Dormouse effect, sending the red or the white rabbit. And then after that, he pays 300, summoning back the white rabbit's effect to set the 06. Then link that off into a Lizardos. And then, of course, Dormouse will get his effect because we're on the Shifter, summoning itself back. And then we're going into a white binder, which none of this I don't hate. I almost feel like you probably should go red ransom. But again, I don't know the Shifter combos going second with Malice. So I'll leave it up to my opponent because he wasn't a bad opponent at all. Like, he was pretty good. So then he goes white binder, banishing Shifter, which I was like, God, if he has a second Shifter here, I'm just cooked. There's nothing I can do about this, right? Surprisingly, he doesn't have it, which is fantastic, but it's still smart to do so just in case he hard draws into it, especially since he has Ghost Target to the cat banish white rabbit, draw 2, and then there's a chance he could draw into it again. So smart. Then he goes white binder setting the last trap. Again, I don't know what this is. This could be a bluff, but I know these 2 cards, so it's whatever. And then TB11. I decided to Ash TB11 here is because if he had Fill Spell, because I'm thinking he had Fill Spell, and again, he really can't, like, well, Ghost Arc will be the Fill Spell in this scenario here. I was like, the only way I get punished here is he has Fill Spell for Malice or Rabbit, and go from here. But here's the other thing too, because my thing is I want to keep white binder on field as much as possible, because there's any way he gets in banish or in grave, and I know 06 is set, then he can just 06 do things with white binder, and I didn't want that. Or I guess he could have done something else, because again, I guess it's not too bad either, because even if he 06, he has nothing to really banish here. I guess so he can just like banish my stuff from the grave, which kind of sucks. But I just want to keep this on board so I can like deal with oh 06 a little bit better, right? And then technically he can still 06 into the White Rabbit, and that will get him to MP 07 if I didn't know if it was a bluff or not, but he still gets access to this card anyway, so it's kind of tough. But yeah, I decided to do this. Even though he gets his white binder back, I probably in hindsight should have Ash the white binder because he gets the cat here, and I guess he can still play. It's just tough. Honestly, I don't know which way I should go, but I Ash the trap. So let's go with that, because it can, like, you can still go summoning cat and then link it off for a link decoder, and then cat comes back, cat banished card from hand, and I don't know, it's just a lot. Malice is crazy. So I decided to Ash the trap. The white binder comes back and then draws a card, which is so funny as Underground. So funny. But he already went through basically all 3 names at this point because he's ghost arcing for the last name. This card is not going to do much on the shifter now, so that's good. I just realized that my opponent is main deck and meta Tyrannus. Is this the Jeff Jones build? Ooh. Oh, let me see. I'm just peeking here, guys. If I see Detonator, it is. Okay, it is. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, we move. So, yep, it goes White Rabbit, or sorry, Chessy Cat. Chessy Cat summoned himself back. And he can't go into Access Code Talker here because he can't kill me. So he has to go into another Link 4 line that doesn't kill me. So I'm safe here. So, yep, he draws 2. He draws into Ash into a Dormouse. So, like, Ash plus, like, follow up here, which is fantastic. And with both traps, like, my opponent is cooking. Like, he is cooking. So, anyway, I take all this damage, and he goes into a Firewall, which is fine because now he can 06 back into the white binder, and now he has Banish plus Bounce, and he still has Banish off this and Ash. So, yeah. So, in phase, I draw my card, and wow, fantastic draw, right? Fantastic draw. So I go activate this because I want to check for Ash, right? I really want to check for Ash here because if this gets Ash, cool. I drew that Sacred Azamina anyway. Nothing changes, right? And I want this Azet to resolve as much as possible. So again, this is unknown. This is known. So I know he can banish my cards in the graveyard, and I don't know these 2 cards in hand. So I'm scared of Impulse here as well because he could Impulse this and I'll be in a bad spot. But anyway, we activate Retributing the Lurie here because my normal summon is going to be my Arcia, which you're going to see here just in case he does Ash. Because if he does Ash this, I go this, and if I play into an Imperm, which I probably thought this what it was, I don't think they're playing Imperm now because Bestials, but I mean, I don't know. There's many different ways you can build Malice, right? So I was reading this to be an Imperm. Not 07, and then if this was an Imperm, he gets the 07 with the White Rabbit, which is still scary. So anyway, he goes Ash Blossom. I'm like, cool. Kind of want to debate that out as much as possible, and then I went into the Sacred Azamina here, and he went for the automatic chain here, which I guess this is fine. Because if I go into the Sylvia, then I can beat this technically. This won't have an effect. And I guess this says that he doesn't have Imperm because he would just Imperm the Sylvia first, right? And then 06. So now I'm thinking like maybe this is not Imperm. Maybe it is. He's just playing weird. But yeah, it turns out it's definitely not. So then he goes into that, summoning back, gaining light points. And what this does is now it banishes these cards, so that's like tough. So I'll go Chain Link 1. So in hindsight, I decided, I was thinking really hard, right? I was thinking like, should I go for the Omni or should I go for RC Elgo? So I thought RC Elgo was slightly better because most likely he will bounce this and I won't get the follow-up anyway, so I might as well get the search, right? So he banished he banished a trap here, apparently. Which I don't know if I agree with that, because you have plenty of names here. You don't need to banish a trap, so I don't understand why that's a thing. So that's weird, but yeah, I would have just banished all this out of the grave, because now this is going to reset itself. So A little weird on my opponent there. I think banishing all 3 cards from my grave was correct, but it's okay. So I searched the want it here. And the reason why I did that is because I'm going to go Ezet's effect, since now I know this is 1000% resolving. And my normal summon now is going to be Sylvie. So I'm feeling good about this right now. I'm feeling really, really good. So we continue. I did not. Ooh, hold up. I'm cooking. Because here's the thing too, right? Because I thought about this too. I went for this normal summon to bait the bounce. I forgot about the bounce. So actually going into Ezet plus Wanted was not good, because all that's gonna happen is that since now I believe this is not imperm anymore, and the way he played it wasn't 07, or he has access to 07 at this point, and it wasn't a bluff. It's because of what he did, right? So I'm assuming this is a 07. So I think I thought about this, and I wanted to bait the most. So if he goes 07 banishing this, then cool. Then I just go Ezet, and I should be good. Because I can go into the Azamina Ezet and still go from there. And I still got the threat to like battle phase into this and just have so much advantage. Then I can just deal with everything else on the crackback. So we're still good here. So I decided to go for this to bait the bounce, and it did. Because if it just doesn't, he doesn't bounce it, I'll just go Arcia, or sorry, the Azet effect, and nothing changed. So he bounces back to the hand, and then I go this effect, searching the Azamina Azets, and then I go into Arcia to still set up the same situation here. And now I'm thinking like, all right, if he has Nib, he has Nib, but I've put it on, I think most Mouse players are not playing Nib, they're playing Impulse. And since he didn't Impulse my Sacred Azamina, he doesn't have it, so I was thinking like, these could just be 2 blanks in hand, no hand traps, so good, maybe just like follow up. So I'm still trying to figure out what this set card is here, which now I believe it is a 07. So I was like, if this is a 07, then let me play around it. So I went ahead and did this special summon, and now he is forced to 07 here. So now he's getting guaranteed follow up off of the 07, banishing this, which was like, okay, right? So either way, I'm still seeing Fiend Smoke combo here. And I can still threaten like a Chaos Angel if I decide to do that. But now I know like all the interruptions are going. So now I'm here to free to play. So here I'm going to just get a free draw and see what I draw. I draw into Ash, which now thinking about it, I probably should have did this before I came in at this play, because I mean, there was a possibility I could have drawn Ash, and Ashing 07 just gave me like free win, like free. So maybe in hindsight, maybe it's better to draw here first, see what my plays are from there, and then continue. But hindsight is 2020. So I went into battle phase. I beat over or crashed into the firewall, getting the additional search here. I went into another Wanted because we didn't activate Wanted. And then we went into Fiend Smoke combo. Fiend Smoke combo, very strong effect. Dumping Engraver, and then I go Wanted. I honestly should have checked for Bestial here, just in case he happened to have a Bestial and just holding it for some reason. So I should have activated this first, just to see if he had it. But in hindsight, it doesn't really matter. But it's always good to check the Bestial just in case. See if you have Bestial to the Requiem, and then we go Requiem attach, sending it for cost of the Black Witch. And then setting the Deception here, and now we have the Deception line. So now we get rid of the not the Black Witch yet, but we'll go into sequencing. Oh yeah, we don't do Deception because we already Deception earlier, so we're just doing this as kind of like follow up. Yeah, so we go into the Agman Day is gonna bring back our Desiree, and then we're going to use Desiree's effect to shuffle back the sequence to out the white binder, since now all 3 traps are out of rotation here. So he has to get into a Malice Link 3, which is Cryptor, to bring him back out, or somehow get Fill Spell, or whatever. And then go white binder into different plays. So yeah, we continue, and then yeah, we just go from there. Top six shifter, and I just immediately negate that. He goes into, oh, of course, gaining against subjects in case for talents. Then he goes into underground, banishing this. So banishing the white binder honestly doesn't seem correct here, because you really can't do nothing with this card. I guess he can just kind of like reset 07 or something, since he already banished all his other traps. So he goes into Chessy Cat effect. That gets Ash immediately, like, you're not drawing two, I'm sorry, you're just not drawing it. So that means that he has an Malice card in hand, which means that it had to be a monster or another fill spell. So he goes into Splash Mage, and then Splash Mage bring back this. I thought about this, I was like, is this a misplay? Because he was supposed to go into a Link Decoder and then link into a Link 3, but that takes off the Malice name, so he can't do that. Then we go into a Red Ransom. Ransom just adds in a field spell, which doesn't do anything. And he just had to pass on this. So, yeah. Now, we draw into Ferraros. Who cares? It's a monster. Deception eats. And then we pretty much wrap up the game here. So, I'm just going to let this play out. So, we do a lot of different things here. We're just going to go for game. Again, not fearing Nib, because they're not really on Nib. But just in case, I make a Sylvia, and we just kind of just play our lines here and just go for a game here. So shout out to my opponent. We were talking and chatting. He was really cool, and we were discussing some like lines and stuff like that. But yeah, we're just going to do some comboing and just get in for game. So that's going to be it for the replays. Let's go ahead and switch over to my current deck list right now, and we'll go from there. Okay, I see you guys in the profile. All right, guys, welcome to the deck profile of the video. So I'll show you my up-to-date list, and most likely I'll probably be taking this to regionals, and I probably won't be working on the list too much more after this, because in my brain I want to work on the new Suda stuff, but the Alliance set stuff. So I'll be working on that literally actually tonight after this video. So let's go ahead and talk about my list and go from there, right? So a lot of changes. I wouldn't say a lot, but still some changes. I'm actually only playing one Nib. And the reason why I'm playing Nib, because now I'm not playing 12 non-engine, I'm playing 13. And I have the Nibs actually in my side deck, but I am main decking one Nib for another card that I thought I probably should have main decked already. And I heard you guys, well, I know you guys heard me talk about it in the past, that I probably should have main decked this card. But main decking this card is actually insane. There's been times when people Ferraros me, and I have Ferraros plus like other hand traps and stuff like that, so I just like pass, and I Ferraros them back, which is really cool. There's some lines where you just literally go into the Requiem, and you just pass on the Requiem, and then you can actually go Requiem effect into Lacrima, and then while you're doing that, while you're chaining Requiem, you can actually chain Ferraros, and it's just really good, right? So I'm main decking this, and I've been liking it so far. Also, you can just normal summon Ferraros with a lot of your combos if you hard draw it, and you can also discard it for Witch or Deception. So it's really solid. I've been liking it a lot ever since I've been playing with it. Of course, we're still playing the triple Valor, triple Ash, and of course, we're still playing the triple Imperm. So more non-engine is always great. I like the Nibs and more going first, or in certain matchups going second. So I've been liking that a lot. The Ferraros do cooks though, and at the worst case it trains with Ash, which now they don't have Ash for your Ezets when you push, so pretty cool. White Forest lineup, I'm playing the triple Ezet standard. I'm still playing the two Azamina Ezets. I feel like this is still standard. And then I'm playing the one Arcia, and then the triple Sylvia. Uh-oh, here we go again. No Azet, or sorry, no Esteller. Again, she just never comes up ever. Like, I think at the entire YCS, I think I resolved her effect literally once. Like, actually resolved it, and it didn't matter because if I just normal summon Sylvie, it would have been the same thing. And again, I just don't want to play into hand traps. She never really comes up when you're going through hand traps. You don't even get access to her with the Sylvie plus Ezet combo anymore. Like, it's just fine not to play it. Like, I know a lot of people are thinking that you should play her or not. She's cool, but I don't think you need her. And again, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that again because I keep switching on and off, but I wanted to test it because she was technically like my Black Witch replacement because I was playing 2 Black Witch in one of the lists, or 3, I think. But then I turned out with the Azamina stuff, since this is more of an Azamina deck, you don't really need your White Force stuff like that. Sometimes you can just rely on Fiendsmith and Azamina to get there, and if you draw your White Force stuff, it's a bonus. So it is what it is. And of course, I'm playing the 2 Tails, of course, because this bridges between your Azamina stuff and to get you into White Forest, so it still adds a little bit of consistency. So I've been liking that a lot. Of course, I'm still on the 1 Queen Azamina and the 1 Black Witch. I'm still on the triple Wanted. I'm still on the double Tails. I'm still, well, this is new, double Deception. Peak. This card, hard drawing this card now is so good. Again, I'm not playing 3 because it's a little too crazy because, you know, it is what it is. But I've been liking 2 of these cards because it ups the count of the Simple Spoils cards. Now I have more Simple Spoils cards. And of course, I'm still on the Hollowed and the Debtors. I thought about playing another Hollow over Debtors. But there's this times where you want to search this and use it as a quick play, where the other Hollow doesn't do that. So I'm in liking that as well. It comes up more of as a quick play than it being a second Hollow, so pretty good. And then of course you're still rocking the Fiendsmith engine, and I decided to cut it down to a little bit of a smaller package, cutting 1 track, because again, you don't care to see the Fiendsmith package, you can just always hard make it with the 2 bodies. And I've been sick of seeing Fiendsmith engine a lot because I feel like I see Fiendsmith engine every other game. So yeah, you don't really need to hard draw it, so it's fine. And then going into the side deck, because I guess it's slightly different. We got the 2 Nibs, the triple Lancia. I'm still rocking the triple Meowis, and then the triple Ocharmy Perulias. And I think this is a 14 card side deck. I forgot to like update it, putting another card in. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So I actually cut the Thrust out of my deck and I put in a second Talents. Like, Thrust is cool, but if you're not playing any like the White Forest traps or something impactful to set off this, a lot of the times you don't get Bestialed or you don't get Nibiru'd or whatever, so this Thrust becomes like less impactful. So I replaced it for another Talents. And then the 15 card, I think currently right now it's a 15th Talents, but or sorry, it's another Talents. But what you could do is play an actual Azamina trap. And I think somebody in my comments was talking about, I was talking to him about it, and I was like, it's probably really cool to side deck some of the Azamina traps if you were to want to like side it in like that instead of playing like triple Talents, because I feel like pretend like this is a Talents, by the way. I feel like triple Talents is a lot what they're called by the grade for going first. I mean, it's up to you. It could be triple Talents, or it could be Azamina trap. Up to you guys. But I've been liking, I guess, the triple Talents, only because if you do get drolled, you can look at your opponent's hand, and it's a live card by itself if you get hand trapped. So it might just be triple Talents. But anyway, guys, that is it for the video. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I will get to you as soon as possible. I'm a busy person. I've been working a lot, and I'm going to be working a lot this weekend. So I'll probably be working 12 hours on Saturday and maybe like 10 hours on Friday. So I will try to get to your comments as fast as possible. and try to keep you guys updated on a lot of different things. But I will be making a deck profile on the new format stuff, the new alliance stuff. So I'll be working on that like pretty much tonight. So all right guys, thank you guys for watching. Have a great one. Stay safe. Peace.